We got a tight one here in the first set, 17-15. Tempo currently leading. Matt Adams back to serve. Setter, of course. Mark Arsenault with the pass. Outside to Mike McCarthy. Nice swing high off the hands. Boom! Wow. That's what we in the volleyball community like to call a bounce ball right there. Here we go, jump serve. Right to the libero. Set to the right side, blocked by Rosai and Mark. Flicking it, reversing the flow. Another block attempt by Mac. Out of system ball. Just to keep it alive. Roll shot for the kill. Libero, Noah Hanahan, visibly frustrated with himself on that one. That's a slow ball. Jump serve from the outside into the net. 17-18, Tempo leading here in the first set. Middle blocker, Rosai back to serve. Jump serve. Wasn't a lot of speed, but it had a little bit of a float to it. Caused a little bit of a issue with the pass. That's an ace for middle blocker Rosai. Here's the second serve. Jump serve again. Oh, very tough one. Cut it back. Out of system ball. Mark Arsenault handles it. In system. Oh, bad set there. Out of system set again. And Mac celebrating the kill, the incidental kill, because it touched the right side blocker, Clark. Even though the set went over the net. So lucky break there for Mac, now leading 19-18. Another jump serve from Rosai. Overpass, and Jeff Luptowski mishits the overpass into the net. Jump float hybrid. In system, out set up, all set outside, off the top of the block. Nice use of high hands by Mark Arsenault, number 25 in green. Mac leading 20-19 here in the first set. Mike McCarthy, number 99, back to serve. Dodgeball national champion. Just a fun fact that you would like to know. And number 2 on tempo, Clark slips it between Mark Arsenault and Jeff Luptowski for a nice kill in the middle of the court. Float serve coming. Out of system ball again for Mac, and it hits the ceiling off this out of system set. And Tempo retakes the lead now 21-20 here in the first set. Nice pass by McCarthy, and Mark Arsenault puts it down. A little bit of a low set there from number 5 in green, Zach. A almost graduate of Siena Heights University, played for Parker Signs, who's currently on the bench. And an ace from Mark Arsenault from the back line. That's a big point right there. 22-21 Mac retakes the lead. This is a little bit of a tough rotation for Tempo. Say they're two best hitters are in the back row. And another ace right off the libero's platform and into his teammate's face. Timeout Tempo, as Mac now has a 23-21 lead. This is one of the first official meetings between Mac and Tempo, two Michigan-based teams. Midwest Mac out of Adrian, Michigan, hosting this tournament. Tempo, Michigan Tempo, out of more of the Ann Arbor, Detroit area, relatively close. A lot of some Michigan club players and from around the state and Midwest Mac. A lot of Siena Heights and Adrian College alumni, as well as a few others mixed in. Here we go. Nice high pass in system to the outside, off the hands. In system pass, offensive attack by the setter. Another one puts it right down, area 7, middle of the court. Little campfire getting roasted there. Mark Arsenault serving for set 1 point. And that ball is into the net. Traditionally, if you missed your serve on set point, you owe your teammates something. So we'll see if he follows through on that after the match. And another serve into the net for set 1, going to Midwest Mac. And we'll meet back here in a few minutes to start set 2. And we're back here for set number 2. Looks like the same lineups are going to be utilized by both teams. Matt Adams back to serve, number 8 in white. Nice pass by Alex and Zach Taylor with a throwdown. Zach Tucker back to with the back set to Mike McCarthy. Hits it out of bounds down the line. Not a bad miss, but definitely clearly out right off the hands. No chance of it going in. Hybrid float. Back set again, but this time to Alex Gravelia. Hits it cross court and down. That would be a kill for number 3. Midwest Mac took the first set, 25-22. Some late game missed serves helped put them over the top, as well as some aces by number 25, Mark Arsenal. Number 3, Alex Gravelia back to serve. And that's an ace. A lot of heat on that one. A little bit of side spin. Kind of came across into the seam between the libero, number 4, and number 3, who ended up passing the ball. Another jump serve coming from Alex, and that one is into the net. Still a nice ratio. You'll take a 1-for-1, especially this early on in the match. Alex is known as a very aggressive server, which is a good thing. Here's a hybrid float from Bernard. Number 13, and a back row attack. Successful for Alex Gravelia. Almost a little bit of chaos. It almost looked like he was going to run into the middle. I don't know that the middle knew that I was coming that quickly, but very nicely done. Jeff Lukowski, number 12 in green, back to serve. Nice float serve. A nice float serve from the middle, but can't handle the defense. Clark Jocelyn with a float serve for tempo. Out of system ball for Mac. Way outside. Mark Arsenal off the block. Oh, lucky break there. A miss hit from the back row into the net. Now number 99 in green, back to serve, Mike McCarthy. I mentioned this in the first set, but it is worth noting that he is a dodgeball national champion as well. Just an all-around athlete. Oh, tip right through the hands of middle blocker Rossi. That's very unlucky, but a nice-looking set from Matt Adams to the middle for tempo. Very nice-looking set. Jump serve from tempo and in on the back line. That's an ace. Score is now 9-9. Oof, that's a tough one. Yeah. Here comes another jump serve. Handled by libero, Noah Hanahan, set to the outside. Off the net and into the court. There's a saying in volleyball, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. Now, Mark Arsenal is obviously very good. The 6'6" or 6'7" outside hitter. But gets a lucky break off the net. Now he's back to serve. Into the net. And another serve into the net. Sometimes that's men's volleyball for you, although I will say with a float serve, you really would hope that it would be either more aggressive or into the court. It's sometimes okay to miss. You have to stay aggressive with it. You can't be missing softer serves. And a set to Zach Tucker, setter Zach Tucker, and that ball is long out of bounds. I'm pretty sure he hit that ball with his left hand. As far as I know, he is right-handed. So tries to make an athletic play, but just a little bit long. Float serve. And ace for Matt Adams, number 8 in white. Score is 8-7. Tempo leading. Another float serve from Matt Adams to the middle of the court. Nicely handled down the line by Mike McCarthy from the back row on the right side. Tip ball going outside to Alex Revelia. Tips it. Covered by Noah Hanahan. Another opportunity. Out of system ball for Tempo. Handled by the libero. A lot of tipping in this rally, but also a lot of good defense being played. Set to the middle, off the hands, dug easily by Tempo. Turns it right around and blocked by Alex Revelia and Jeff Lukowski. Not every rally has to be powered by fast, heavy swings. That's a perfect example of one. Nice rally with some aggressive tips. Set to the middle, off the hands, dug by Noah Hanahan. Set from the middle to Alex Revelia. Just down balls it to the back corner. Out of system ball. Another block. Doesn't go down. A little miscommunication there. Free ball handled by the middle. Roll shot. That ball is up. Nice pancake by the libero, number 4. And that ball is down. That's a block by Mike McCarthy and Jeff Lukowski on the right side. Their right side, obviously. Our left side, as we're looking here from the video angle. And a little bit of an inside set to the right side. I like that play a lot. Set might have been a little bit tight because it was sort of an awkward swing, but well done to get the kill cross court. Somebody's sweating a lot, working hard out there. Had to wipe the ball off. Float serve handled by Mark Arsenal. Off the hands, and Mike McCarthy gets blocked. Alex Revelia with his foot. Float serve. Out of system ball. Reverses the flow. Tip. Handled by Tempo. Oh! A little bit of a spatula right at the libero. Can't quite handle it. Tempo now leading 11-9 here in the second set. Midwest Mac up 1-0 when it comes to sets. And that ball is just long. Nice aggressive serve, though. I honestly thought that ball was going to drop in from this angle. But the eagle eyes of Midwest Mac handle it nicely, call it out. Good communication. Jump serve from Alex Revelia. That one is into the net. Now, he did have an ace the first time around, so he's still in a nice ratio. Does come at an inopportune time. He's such a tough server. Hybrid float, handled by Mark Arsenal. Overpass, and put down by Clark Jocelyn. The right side by Tempo. Tempo now up 13-10. Oh, a nice run by Alex Revelia. Just a little bit low on the set. And ends up putting it a little bit long. Side out by Midwest Mac. Jeff Lukowski back to serve. Nice float serve. Oh! A reverse the flow bump set. Dug by Zach Tucker. And Mark Arsenault with the high IQ volleyball play. Puts it off the hands of the block for tempo and into the antenna. Score is now 12-14. Midwest Mac trailing. Float serve, handled nicely. Oh! Tricky play by the center, Matt Adams. Puts it over. Left-handed swing by Mike McCarthy on the right side. Sets it back. And off the Midwest Mac block by Clark Jocelyn. Clark Jocelyn back to serve. Nice float serve, handled with Alex Fair. Oh! What a swing! Oh. And wow. Midwest Mac upset with that call, but Midwest Mac upset about that call, but I really can't see why. That ball was clearly in. An awesome swing by Rossi out of the middle, but oh! Well, they're now going to say ball don't lie. I have to disagree with that. The ball definitely did lie because the ball before was clearly in. Mike McCarthy back to serve. Nice jump serve. Oh, but that one is just a little bit long. Just kidding. It was very, very long. Almost a home run ball. Bill Patel, number 10 for tempo, back to serve. Nice jump serve. Cross court, handled by Noah Hanahan. Oh. Nice pancake by Clark Jocelyn. Off the hands, Mac exit. Puts the ball outside. Down the line, Mark Arsenault with the kill. Reverse the flow for tempo. A little bit tight. Pancake by Noah Hanahan. Set the ball over. Free ball. Free ball almost overpassed. But a nice save by Matt Adams. Set to the outside. Oh, smart play. I like that play a lot. A little aggressive by Alex Gravelia. Free ball put down by Rossi Bailey. Rossi Bailey and Zach Tucker, number 5, number 18 in green, both played together at Siena Heights University for Coach Parker Sines, who is also a member of Midwest Mac, the founding member, actually. Set over by Matt Adams. Ball comes right back to him, and he puts it away deep. I am loving the offensive mindedness of these setters right now. They're trying to get points any way they can get them. Tempo serves 18-15, and that ball is just out of bounds. That's another float serve. He's not really putting that much pressure on Midwest Mac. I really would like to see Garrett Anderson maybe take a step back and just try and flatten that out a little bit. Rossi Bailey back to serve. He had a couple of aces in the first set late. Let's see if he can do it again. D-ball, cross court, in on the line. That was a nice swing from number 2, Clark Jocelyn. Tempo now leading 19-16. Matt Adams, setter, number 8 in white, back to serve. Oh, Alex Gavelio tries to power that one through. Tip by Jeff Lukowski in the middle. It's cross court. Oh. That one, I'm surprised they're not more upset about that one. I thought that ball worked out. This is where I would love to have video replay. But the line judge made a pretty decisive call that it was in, so I have to trust that. Off the hand, set outside, and a block by Zach Tucker, assisted by Jeff Lukowski. Midwest Mac up 1-0 in the match, down here in set 2, 17-20. Mike Gold substitutes in for Mike McCarthy. Mike Gold typically in the middle, but plays right side from time to time. Triple block by Midwest Mac. Not terminal. And the hitting error comes at a great time for Midwest Mac. Zach Tucker back to serve. And a net by Alex Revelia on the inside, right side set. That's the second time they've run that inside ball. You don't typically see that. But I like it a lot. Moved around. Keep the blockers honest. Not just set it to the same location. I like it a lot. Alex Revelia with the kill. Through the block. And off the net. Back to serve, number 3. He started off with an ace here in the second set, and then has missed 3 straight serves. Hybrid float, handled nicely by Midwest Mac. And a double quick for Midwest Mac. They had Mike Gold on the 1 ball and Jeff Lukowski on the 3 ball. I like that play a lot. Mike Gold tips it down for the kill. Nice pass by Tempo. Awkward play, just had to get it over the net. Oh! And what was a very tight set by Zach Tucker is saved by Mark Arsenal, who puts it down. Jeff Lukowski back to serve, 21-22 here in the second set. Nice float serve. Handled well by Tempo. A little bit of reversal flow and off the hands of Rossai Bailey and down by Clark Jocelyn. (23-21). And that ball is out of bounds. Mike McCarthy back in. Mike Gold leaving the court after getting a kill and a block. Jump serve. Took off a little bit, kept it in play. Probably smart. Off the hands of Rossai Bailey. And Mark Arsenal gets the kill. And Tempo was able to dig it, but it hit the ceiling. We are all tied here in the second set, 23-all. Let's see if Mike McCarthy is a little bit more aggressive with the second serve. A little bit more aggressive. Oh, and a hitting error by Tempo. And we have a timeout by Tempo. 24-23 Midwest Mac. Mike McCarthy hanging out at the service line away from his teammates, getting dialed in. I see a little bit of strategy talk going on the sidelines. Both setters have been pretty creative so far. Let's see what they do if they're able to keep the ball in system. Mike McCarthy coming out of the timeout. He is a very aggressive server. Takes a little bit off of it there. Kept pretty well in system. Reverse the flow. Tip. Off the hands. Oh! Zach Tucker hits the ball into the net on an option ball. It had gone off the hands of Rasayan Bailey and Mark Arsenault, who were up for the block. Rosside Bailey with the kill. Midwest Mac back on top, 25-24 here in the second set. Already leading in sets, 1-0. Mark Arsenault back to serve. Right to the libero. Oh, bad set, but handled so incredibly well by number 3 on tempo. That's Dylan Heischetter. Garrett Anderson with the serve. Ball off the hands and out of bounds of tempo. Midwest Mac back on top, 26-25. We got some free volleyball for you folks watching at home. Rosside Bailey back to serve. But the jumps are just slightly wide. I talked about this in the first set when somebody missed on set point, but typically you owe your teammates something if you miss on set point. So we'll see if he's able to do that later. Nice ball to Alex Revilla off the net and into the court. Zach Tucker back to serve. A nice float serve. Handled well by tempo. Off the hands and dug by Arsenault. Set to the outside for Gravelia and blocked by Tanner Bernard and Dylan Heischetter. Heischetter back to serve. That was a very nice block. Alex Gravelia, a very hard person to block. Nice set. To the middle. Jeff Lukowski puts it down off the hands of Bernard. Alex Gravelia back to serve. He has missed 3 in a row, but he also has an ace. Leading 28, he switches it up with a hybrid float. 28-27 Midwest Mac, and a block by Mark Arsenault to finish the second set. 29-27 Midwest Mac. And we will take a little break, and I will rejoin you for the third set. Zach Tucker starts off set 3 with an ace. Another tough serve. Handled well. Oh! An attempt by the setter, Matt Adams. Almost a kill, but saved. Out of the net. Down ball by Alex Revelia. Set to the middle and a block by Jeff Lukatowski. Seems to be an undercall on tempo. Doesn't matter. Point remains with Midwest Mac. Zach Tucker back to serve again. There's a nice swing by High Shutter down the line from the right side in the back row. Alex Revelia misses it into the net. Was trying to do something a little bit tricky. I think it just came off his hand a little bit awkward. Matt Adams with a jump serve. Just long. Three to 1. Alex Revelia misses again. 2-3. Midwest Mac leading. Pass by Noah Hanahan. Overpass. Zach Tucker taking responsibility for that. He is pretty tall. It's 6'4", 6'5", and a pretty darn good athlete. So the fact that he didn't get to it, taking responsibility for that. Out of system ball, off the hands of Jeff Lukatowski, and then hits into Mark Arsenault's chest. Tempo up 4-3. Float serve from Clark Jocelyn. Set to Mike McCarthy. Down the line, off the libero's shoulder, and out of bounds. Point Midwest Mac. Jeff Lukatowski back to serve. Ross-I Bailey entering the match for libero Noah Hanahan. Tempo in rotation 2. Float serve. Slightly out of system. Definitely workable off the hands of Mike McCarthy and the antenna with it for a kill for Urbil Patel. Very nice swing. Aggressively off the hands of Mike McCarthy. A little bit of an issue with the antenna. Seems to be askew. There's a volleyball joke somewhere in there. How many volleyball players does it take to screw in an antenna? Something like that. I'll have to come up with the punchline later. Bernard back to serve as we get restarted. Tempo leading 5-4 here in the third set. A jump float, a little bit of a hybrid action. Oh, and Ross-I Bailey gets blocked. Recovered nicely by Noah Hanahan. Tipped from the middle, Anderson. Oh, awkward play. Can they keep it alive? A lot of weird contacts during that play. Off the hands of the block into the net and kept alive. Good effort by both teams. Mike McCarthy back to serve. Dodgeball national champion. Nice aggressive serve. In system by Tempo and off the hands of Zach Tucker. Another kill for Urbil Patel. Number 10 in white. Very good player. Has played for a couple of different VLA teams. I believe he's played for Brewers and Swede at various times. Off the hands of Tempo. Kept alive. Oh, a little bit of miscommunication and a free ball for Midwest Mac. A set from Zach Tucker to Ross-I Bailey. Tipped down for the kill. Now, I say tip, but it was slightly more than that. Maybe more of a power tip. Right to right back. It definitely came with a little bit of speed. Mark Arsenault back to serve. Clearly long. Orville Patel, who's been playing quite well, back to serve. 2 kills in that trip through the front row. And a nice serve from the back line. Out of system, set to right back into the net by Mike McCarthy. Tempo leading 8-6 here in the third set. Midwest Mac up 2-0. Another jump serve from Patel. That one is just long. Rosside Bailey back to serve. Jeff Lukowski back in the middle. Front row setter for Tempo. A little bit of a miscommunication from the setter to the hitter. Jeff Lukowski with a swing that comes right back over, and another swing off the block. Alex Revelia off the block. Zach Tucker rolls it to the libero. Matt Adams sets it back. Kept alive. Another tip over the block by Zach Tucker. And off the hands of Jeff Lukowski for a kill by Clark Jocelyn, number 2 for Tempo. Score is now 9-7. Joining me now, we now have Parker Signs, member, founder, owner, manager of Midwest Mac. How are you doing, Parker?
I'm doing great. I got in trouble, so I got kicked up here. I'm too much of a peanut gallery. giving guys some
gruff.
Some gruff. I don't know what word to use in that.
I think that's the appropriate word.
Okay.
Well, now you get to be in the actual peanut gallery up here with me.
Yeah,
from Zach Tucker. And that ball is down by Bernard.
They got to get that block closed.
Yes, they do. Definitely a triangle-shaped hole, about volleyball-sized. Bernard was able to squeak that through. Jump serve from Matt Adams coming.
Out about sailed.
Yep. That ball is just long. Point Midwest Mac. It is now 9-10 here in the third. Midwest Mac up 2-0 in sets. Now, Parker, I was asked during our match, what is the meaning behind Midwest Mac? And so, as the founder and owner, can you explain for the people where that name comes from?
Yeah, so we're a part of the club called Micah Volleyball, and Micah meaning Michigan, California. And to kind of pay homage to that, there are 2 bridges that are very actually not identical, but they're built the exact way. The type of bridge is the exact same. The Golden Gate Bridge and Mac, and the Mackinac Bridge. And because we're out of Michigan, we went with Mac, but it kind of makes an homage to that. The reason why we're called Midwest is because of that as well. So West Coast, West, and then Midwest because Michigan's in the Midwest. So it kind of makes an homage to everything that we kind of do, and kind of brings it together. And it flows well.
I completely agree with that. And as a California native myself, I am very happy that we are paying homage to the great state of California.
Yep.
And the beautiful Golden State Bridge.
But we also get to use the term Maction.
Yes.
With a K, not a C.
Yeah, that's right. For you football fans who enjoy some Tuesday or Wednesday night football in the fall, you will know that Maction is used by the MAC conference to describe that football. But we have coined that for ourselves. We definitely have some Maction going on. That serve was just long. Jeff Lukowski, middle, back to serve. Rosside Bailey re-enters the game. And this has been a fun match. Some very aggressive play, a little bit of creativity by the setters, I would say. Definitely offensive-minded as Rosside Bailey gets the block.
Those two played together in college. Are actually roommates currently and roommates in college.
Oh, I did not know that they were roommates currently. Yes, we definitely have a Siena Heights, a lot of Siena Heights players. Jeff Lukowski misses that serve short into the net. Noah Hanahan re-enters game. As Bernard, number 13 in white, goes back to serve. He's got a very nasty hybrid type float. It looks very much like a jump serve, comes out a little bit more like a float. And a nice set by Zach Tucker to the right side. Mike McCarthy for the kill.
Mike has been talking about how much he's wanting to not overturn on that ball, so it's a good thing he didn't overturn his body to hit out of bounds.
You know, it's so funny you said that. I said something very similar in the second set where it felt like he did exactly that. He just over-rotated a little bit and hit that ball down the line just out of bounds.
Welcome to men's volleyball, gentlemen. Welcome to men's volleyball. It's 6:05 on a Saturday. It has been a long day. It's been hot. So lots of missed serves right now. Hopefully we can get them consistently back in because there's really good play.
There is really good play as Mark Arsenault puts it off the hands of Anderson and out of bounds into the divider between courts. Now, we are here at beautiful Adrian College, where Midwest MAC typically practices. And we thank them for hosting us, as well as the Saren Smiles tournament, which was put on by Micah Volleyball Club today. And that is definitely a very meaningful tournament to this program. And there was a lot of good girls volleyball being played alongside some VLA men's volleyball. And we're enjoying the exposure as Urvil Patel puts another tough jump serve in, and Rossai Bailey puts it down. They're able to just barely get the ball over the net, and he puts another one deep corner. I think he mishit that. What do you think?
It was in. He mishit it.
He definitely mishit it.
Oh yeah,
but that ball was in, and sometimes you don't care.
He hit it with
Mike McCarthy say he hit it with his elbow, giving a little bit of ribbing to the young Rossai Bailey with a nice kill to the corner.
I love the setter going back to him on that play.
Absolutely.
Especially after a dig like that.
Yep. That's exactly what you're supposed to do. Float serve from Rossai Bailey. And a joust between setters, won by Zach Tucker. A little bit of an advantage, wouldn't you say, for Zach Tucker over Matt Adams. They're not exactly the same build. (16-16) here in the third set. Oh, a little bit of another joust. Both players tried to hit it. Came back to the Midwest MAC side, and then Alex Gravelia into the net. Point tempo. Anderson back to serve. Float serve. Another joust at the net. Zach Tucker wins that one again. Block. Played high by Midwest MAC. And inbounds.
Deep corner.
Deep corner. Always good to challenge the middle that's stuck back there playing defense. As a middle myself, I can say that is not our preferred defensive location. We'd rather be at the net blocking. Zach Tucker back to serve. Out of system ball. Set to Clark Jocelyn and blocked by Mike Gold, who is substituted in for Mike McCarthy. Mike Gold also came in the second set for Mike McCarthy's front row. Give a little relief and a bigger block. That ball is off of Mike Gold's hands and deep out of bounds, unable to be dug by Zach Tucker. Point tempo.
We'll see if Mac decides to go on a run right now as they've trying to hold energy and stay strong with being a little bit tired.
Yeah, that's definitely a little bit of the hard part, playing their first match almost 6 or 7 hours ago at this point. against Micah, the subsidiary, Tier 3 subsidiary of Midwest Mac, which they won 3-0. Nice block by Tempo. And Alex
We got
Gravelia,
a nice called touch by...
Yes. Alex Gravelia off the hands and out of bounds. Kill. 19-19. Alex Gravelia has a very tough jump serve, but he went with the float serve last time around. Oh, he switches back to the jump serve. Nice set. And a block by Mike Gold. Pancaked. Pancaked by Tempo as they try to recover. Unable to. That was a very nice block by Mike Gold. Highshetter did not really have anywhere else to go. Another tough jump serve. Back to Highshetter, and another block by Mike Gold, not terminal. Jeff Lubkowski plays it against Bernard at the net. And as Tempo tries to chase it down, unable to put it back over the net. Point would Midwest Mac. 21-19.
Here's that little run that I was talking about, putting the pressure on. Alex has done a lot of putting the team on his shoulders. Now he can just serve aggressively, but that's a missed one.
Yes, when his serves are in, they are some of the toughest to pass. He's put a lot of good pressure on Tempo throughout this match. I would also say all three of these sets have been very close at the end. Midwest Mac has won the first two just by putting a little extra pressure, blocked by Lubkowski and Arsenal. Patel with a nice swing and a net call against Midwest Mac. That ties it back up. Very nice dig.
Little mistakes, a little tired. Got to be disciplined. Got to be disciplined.
Absolutely. Clark Jocelyn back to serve, puts Midwest Mac out of system. Outside to outside as Arsenal puts that ball away.
The decision to not block is very interesting sometimes, especially when someone who's 6'7" and is about chest high above the net. It's very interesting.
Not the decision I would have made. Lubkowski back to serve. Has a nice float. Handled well by Tempo. And Matt Adams catches Midwest Mac sleeping with a nice easy set over the net. That's probably the fourth time he's done that in this match alone. And definitely not the first time he's done that today. He got Micah on that a couple of times. Nice pass. Blocked by Anderson. And another net call by the down ref. Point Tempo, now leading 23-22. The second set went extra points. We're very close to doing the same here in the third. Tough hybrid float. That one goes into the net. That's a nice break for Midwest Mac as Mike McCarthy re-enters the game. Now, Mike McCarthy was also serving late in the second set. He took a little bit of speed off his normally very aggressive serve. I think he might do the same here.
Good tough serve.
Slightly out of system. And a ball into the net for Highshetter. That's a point for Midwest Mac. It is now match point, 24-23. The first match point. Set to Patel. Blocked by Midwest Mac.
Coming.
Oh. Completely in system. All three options. And Mark Arsenal puts it away. That was a very nice match. Midwest Mac wins 3-0. And that is the end of our coverage for today. Thank you for watching with us. I hope you enjoyed men's volleyball at a pretty high level. And we will see you tomorrow at 10 a.m. for the first match.